Okay, this is the Chapter 3 test review over decimals. So, here's the cool thing here. I am taking questions directly from the test. All I'm doing is changing the numbers. So, I am giving you exactly what's going to be on the test. So, just make sure you don't tell Mr. Knight about this. Because if you tell him that I pretty much gave you the test, then he will fail you. And I am super serious. So with that said, here's all we're going to do today is I'm going to give you about 6 problems of different kinds that are coming directly from the test. And if you can solve these, you'll be able to do the work on the test. So, here we are. If you have 3 cats that weigh 3.4 pounds, 9.2 pounds, and 8.34 pounds, how much do they all weigh together? Solve. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make sure you write all these numbers down on your sheet. And you notice what I just did. I made sure to line up the decimals. Look, decimal here, here, here. That way, I can basically separate all these, and I know my decimal is going to be right there in my answer. So, there's nothing here, so we're just going to put placeholder zeros. 0 plus 0 plus 4 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 2 is 9. 3 plus 9 is 12 plus 8 is 20. So my answer is going to be 20.94 pounds. The important thing is, and when you add and subtract decimals, is that you line up the decimals. Next problem. Solve 8.31 plus x if x equals 9.2. Solve. Okay, when you're doing that, all you're doing is plugging in, it gives you x, so all we're doing is plugging in 9.2 for x. So our problem is 8.31 plus 9.2. So all I'm going to do, like I just said, is line up the decimals. So I'm going to drag that 9.20. Going to make sure to line up the decimals, just like that. Decimal here, they're lined up. Put a placeholder 0 in. 1, 5, 17, decimal goes straight down, 17.51 is my answer. Next problem. Write the number 3062 in scientific notation. Pause, solve. Okay, so you need to put the decimal in between the first 2 numbers. So then you're doing 3.062. And you're taking it times 10 to the how many places did you, this is where the decimal originally was. How many places did you move it? 1, 2, 3. So it'd be times 10 to the third. So the answer is 3.062 times 10 to the third. If I move too fast for you, then rewind. Next problem. Write 3.942 times 10 to the fifth in standard form. Another way to say this is 3 and 942 10,000 or 942 thousandths. So we're going to take our number 3.942 and we're going to move it 5 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since there is nothing there, we're going to put placeholder zeros. So our answer is going, and then we go backwards for commas. So our answer is going to be 394,200. So I'm going to rewrite that nicely up here, semi-nicely. Next problem. If 4 people share a movie popcorn that costs $5, I'm sorry, I'm rethinking that problem. If 3 people share popcorn that costs $6.21, how much should they each pay? Pause. Solve. So, we're going to split that into groups and split it amongst 3 groups. So we're going to do 621 divided by 3. So, when we divide like this, all we do is we move the decimal straight up. So 3 goes into 6 2 times, which is 6. drop the 2. It does not go. So we're going to put a 0, drop the 1. 3 goes into 21 7 times. So my answer is going to be $2.07. Next problem. Find the quotient of 18.5 divided by 2.5. So, pause and solve. So, 18.5 goes in the middle, 2.5 goes on the outside. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to move that decimal so there's not a decimal. If you do that to one of the numbers, you have to do it to both. We're going to move it only one because that's how many we moved it on the over here. So then the next thing, we're going to move our decimal directly upwards. So now all we're doing is 25. How many times does 25 go into 185? So 25 does not go into 1 or 8. It does go into 185, and it goes in 7 times, which is 175. That's going to leave us 10, drop a 0, 100. So how many times does 25 go into 100? 4 times. So our answer is going to be 7.4. Last problem. If you are making 33 sandwiches, I'm sorry, not sandwiches. Sandwiches are boring. We're making cheeseburgers. 33 cheeseburgers. And if hamburgers come in packs of 6, how many do you have to buy? How many packs? Pause, solve. Okay, so your math problem is going to be 33 divided by 6, because you want to find out you have 33 cheeseburgers and they come in packs of 6, so it's going to be 33 divided by 6. So, whoa, that was messy. So we're going to do 33 divided by 6. So we're going to put our decimal straight up. 6 does not go into 3, it goes into 33 5 times, which is 30. Then we're going to drop a 3, drop the 0. 6 goes into 30 5 times. So my answer is going to be 5.5. But can I buy 5.5 packs of hamburgers? No. You can't go to the store and ask for that. So are you going to buy 5 packs? No, because if you bought 5 packs, you would only have 30 hamburgers and 3 people would be without. So you have to round up to 6, and you would have 3 left over. So if you know how to do those 3 kind of problems, that's really all you're going to have to solve on your test. There's a couple other things. There's a couple things having to do with story problems, but you guys have practiced those enough. You'll do fine on them. If you can solve those problems, you can solve the rest of them. All right. Good luck on the test.